And we're live. Let's go. See, look, we have to
You
move.
really need to switch the screens because normal people read from right to left. So that one needs to be over there and that one needs to be over there.
No, because I need to read this chat and then see us in this feedback.
Ugh.
Because, see, the chat is over here.
Well, hey everyone. Can you tilt the camera down a little bit?
So,
Hi friends.
what's up, guys? Let's see. Oh, we got 5 peeps. What's up, Freeze?
Are these your peeps?
Oh, they are my peeps. Freeze is definitely my peep. You guys watching the fights? Watch Blank Room Soup. Logan. Logan always comes in with some nonsense to kick it off. What's up, dog?
When in doubt, nonsense is good.
Yep.
Are the fights even on right now?
Yeah.
Hey Freeze.
Are you guys watching the fights? Yeah. Dude, you know what? I have a recommendation for you guys. I should probably wait but I'll just say it again later. Check this. I have a video that you guys know Stay Hydrated Edits that does all the like I don't even know what you would even call them. Like they do all kind like but it's mostly MMA stuff. They did a Wei Lee video that is so sick. Like ridiculous how sick it is. I'm going to post it in the chat. You guys can give it a run. Wei Lee is a boss, dude. Khabib's fighting Justin 253. Is that confirmed? That's 100%. Thought I was interviewing Gabrielle Union because I lit Gabrielle Union up on the last one. You know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically any celebrity that has my name, I know.
Yeah, she's she
That's funny.
is married to Dwayne Wade and has a trans child that maybe not so much, just probably gay.
Thanks.
Look at that. Yeah, there's the Wei Lee. Dude, so check it out. So Wei Lee she's gonna, like she spoke no English. She's learning English and like she like speaks half decent English now, and the English teacher said she's the fastest learner that he's ever taught. So like you look at her stand-up game, and in some of the highlights that are on here, you realize like she's a vicious ground fighter too. I think she's just a perfectionist at everything. You know what I don't see on there? A boyfriend. Like I don't think, or a girlfriend, whatever. I don't think she has time. Like I think she seriously is just like, yeah, no, I don't think she has time. She's like, I have time to fight or to train, to learn English, to perfect everything I do and fight. And yeah, no room for you, hypothetical dude that wants to derail my career. Thank you, sir. Look at babe Jesse on fire because of the wife. That is actually exactly why. Yeah, Donnell, I don't disagree with you now, actually, to be honest. Especially given that Andrade showed a major like flaw. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll figure something out to combat that, because now anyone that fights Rose from now on is going to know that, or Rose is going to know. Everybody's just going to be like, I mean, because Andrade in the first fight was a fucking human target practice, just getting blitzkrieged. In the second fight, Rose couldn't hit her, and that's the only thing she did different.
Are you like not allowed to have the sound on the TV?
No, you actually are not. I mean, you can kind of, as long as it's not like you can't have it like that, because you get flagged or suspended or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Damn, I should have gone live on TikTok, because if I was talking positive about Wei Lee, they probably would have promoted the shit out of it.
100%.
Yep, Jesse flexing his lady. I'm like, oh, here, just pulled up in my Lamborghini. Here's my wife that's gonna sit next to me for a while.
AKA behind you, and you're blocking all my good light.
Oh shit! You know what? I meant to fix the video crop. Whoop! Look at that. Yahtzee. How you like them apples, son? Thank you for the reminder.
Does that? I literally know nothing of how this works. Oh, it's our oldest daughter's birthday. Where is it? Yeah, in cursive Roman numerals.
Actually, it says that's gonna be a terrible joke.
It was gonna be bad. Good job stopping yourself.
Yes, she knows MMA. Her favorite fighter is
GSP.
He's retired for 100 years. But
I know, but he'll still always be my favorite.
She wants to tap that ass. He's got a nice body.
He does have a nice body. Who's my favorite?
Who's your favorite current fighter?
Probably Connor now, only because
also retired.
Right. Okay. Well.
But no, I'm just kidding. He's current.
He's current.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, it's still fucked up? God damn it. Oh Jesus, what did I do? What did I do? Move it like that.
Can you just hit like full screen?
Oh, like, yeah. Should be able to just like.
GSP is a legend. I concur.
He's the GOAT. Motherfucker. Oh, so the aspect ratio is. Wait, hang on. All right, so.
What did you do?
Dude, so the first few times, this is like still only like the third or fourth time I've done this, and these guys tell me it's all fucked up. Like my audio was fucked up, but I figured that out. Now I'm trying to figure this out.
We can all troubleshoot together. Audio's better than ever.
Yeah, dude, it had it defaults to 2 separate audio capture mechanisms unless you change it. What kind of stupid shit is that?
Like 2 mics?
Yeah, like it has 2 input captures right there, and if you don't turn one of them off, it just echoes like because it's capturing it twice.
Yeah. Weird. Where's the,
now if I was going to
where's
change
the aspect ratio? Yeah.
See, you adjust it here, and then when you want it over there, then you tell it. But because you can just kind of just go like that. Oh, look at that! I can edit it to where it makes us look like we're better even in the shot, kind of.
Or you could just scoot over.
Boom! I like doing it like that better. Prime GSP does beat Usman, and honestly, maybe in GSP tomorrow, or well, you know, in 2 months when he's got a training camp, might beat Usman.
I do enjoy MMA. Who asked that? David? Yeah, I was actually watching UFC back when it was.
She's always
not
dated
MMA.
She's always dated violent guys who liked who forced her to watch it. I'm not the first violent maniac that she dated.
Truth. The most entertaining though.
Thank you, Sam. I mean, there's no way to know what GSP's current is. You know, it's like a total mystery. Why is Dana chilling with a? I was thinking about that too, Jim Bob.
What?
Dana was super cozy with this girl who whipped Paige Van Zandt's ass, and she's pretty cute too.
Cozy?
Well, like they're like in public, but they're out like in Fight Island for like 2 months in a bubble where like no one can leave it. I mean, he's gonna have to pick somebody to wax. It's Dana White. I think his wife actually.
You wax.
Yeah, that's weird.
Gross.
Well, I was like trying to think of like, you know, and I'm like, should I temper what I would normally say, and then I'll just say some word that fucking makes no sense.
Yeah.
GSP destroys wrestlers. True. Thank you, Sam302. Yeah, I know. Okay, I can't figure out where in here to do it.
What are they saying it's doing?
Trust me, if I try to do it, we're gonna end up talking about the fucking aspect ratio for the next 15 minutes, and I promise you guys don't want to listen to that. GSP's training with the aliens. Is he training?
Who are the aliens?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think Dana's working that over.
I don't know how that works.
That would be a very, very poor career decision if you're Amanda Rivas, though. If you're
just tweeted. Why?
Dana's wifed up, but he's like, it's fucking Dana White. Like,
Dana White is the only Twitter announcement that I get ever. Every time he tweets, for some reason, I'm notified.
That is weird.
Right?
Devil Monkey, thank you. That is a fact. But yeah, like if you're Amanda Ribas, the correct play is to flirt, dangle, never actually hook up with the boss. That can only go sideways. Because your career is going to be dictated on whether or not you win fight. Owning the boss can only go bad. Also, you don't want the guy you're dicking down 5 feet away from you, like in the crowd when you're trying to like focus and fight.
Verbiage.
That's why I never fucked any dudes that I was gonna be fighting in front of.
That makes sense.
Oh, hello, children.
Hey, girls. What? Stuff. Yeah, it's nothing exciting.
I agree. I think Figueroa is gonna win, and I think Kelvin's gonna win. So I don't know who was on yesterday, but one thing I was talking about was tonight, Brendan Winfield. I am wearing
Whoever just asked for my Twitter, you don't want to follow me. I don't tweet anything.
Cartier something or other.
Huh? Can you play? It's Clue. It's gonna require.
But
it's like.
Oh, so one of the things I was talking about yesterday was about like how the guys that are fighters are in their best mental state when they're like chill and like happy and not super surly, and that's why I thought Benavidez is gonna lose.
Hey, Jaden.
So I have a video on deck. I have a video on deck for you guys tomorrow because after saying that yesterday, I this morning stumbled on the greatest entrance in the history of the sport. Now, up until for 20 fucking years, I've been saying Tito Ortiz, Shamrock 1, for sure is the best entrance where you could just see, you're like, oh, this guy has no fucking chance. Like literally like none. These guys could fight 1,000 times and this guy's going to win 1,000 times. Tito, you could just see it was impossible. There's actually an entrance that's even better than that in terms of you look at him and if I would have bet on the other guy, I would have just torn my ticket up. And that is John Jones against DC number 2. It's like, dude, John Jones could have fought 8 guys that night and he was going to win. Like he's so blindly confident, it's unbelievable. And then DC comes in with his mean face on and like, he fought a great fight, but there was no way John Jones was going to lose that night. And Benavidez is Benavidez is DC, except more angry and aggro.
Are they playing soccer?
If he, what? Oh, yeah. We the main event.
No, but like, are sports actually happening in other countries?
There's no crowds.
Oh.
They're But they're gonna start. They're starting hoops, and then they just announced training camps for NFL in September. I know, dude. John, honestly, so you guys know I've been talking about how I want that DC John Jones 3 fight so bad. I'm actually not even joking. After watching that entrance, I'm not sure I want it anymore. Like just from that entrance, I'm like, oh, I don't think DC can beat him. Like I think John Jones has DC fucking dialed. Like he's completely in his head, and he knows that he's gonna beat him no matter what. And I think DC knows it too, which is why he's not taking that fight. George Masvidal versus Ben Askren. Dude, that night, do you know which night that was? Remember when I fucking screamed and threw all my shit all over the place and you were like, shh, and the kids were asleep?
Which time?
That time. It was when Masvidal fucking knocked out Askren in 5 seconds. And that was the second of my 3 parlay. Tonight, date night? Nah, dude. If we do date night, we go places.
Yeah.
The 5, they're not all ours.
No, they're not.
I mean, I think, dude, I would be stoked for Benavidez if he won. He wants it so bad. Like, I don't think I've ever seen someone who fucking wants a win worse than this guy wants to win this fight. Oh, if DC loses again, it would be the most devastating loss, like, ever. And then that would be the last fight of his career, and that's how he would go out. But
too many small pieces.
I can't decide who I think is going to win Stipe and DC. I mean, like, I'm leaning towards Stipe, kind of. But you just never know coming out of COVID and shit. Because they've all been locked down. Oh. Like the training camps are all fucked up. Like guys are. Yeah. Masvidal Askren too, dude. Everyone is clamoring for that rematch. It's just not decisive at all. So you guys, when we did the live stream for 251, and you know the guy who I had on my phone who was watching through, you know, that I had whatever. His Jason Herzog is one of his really good buddies, the guy who was reffing that fight. And he sent me a screenshot of his interaction with Herzog after the fight. And he texted, Christian texted Jason, early stoppage. And Herzog texted him back and he was like, at least he was breathing, barely.
That's what we got it for. Hey, buddy.
Do I think DC could wrestle John Jones and maybe win that way? No, I do not. Yep, Ngannou. I totally agree. I mean, you know, Stipe has beat him before, but especially if you guys have watched the most recent Mixed Molly installment of the Francis Ngannou story, where he, like, how many times he failed trying to get to Europe and then kept. How many times he tried and failed to get into Europe and then just continued to try and continue to try. Like, I am certain that if he fights Stipe again, he's going to have trained all of the things where Stipe exploited in the first fight, and it's going to be a different ballgame. Twitter sucks balls. I fucking hate it, man. Like, I'm, you know, like, I appreciate the sentiment, but basically, like, my yes, it is, David. He no contested because he pissed hot. But on Twitter, basically, like, my plan is to build this thing, and then once I'm huge, then I'll just start tweeting and, like, have people go. But, like, Twitter's a sea of noise. Like, when, at least, like, on YouTube, people can see my face, hear my voice, and I separate, you know, people will stop on the channel and be like, oh, okay, this guy, you know, there's a reason why I would fucking listen to this guy over any other asshole. On Twitter, how am I supposed to do that? Like, you can write in 4 sentences, no one can see my face. I look like every other asshole. Like, every advantage I have is taken away on Twitter. She's sexy as fuck, my man. Yeah, right, David? Like, that video is so good. He's getting fucked by the YouTube algorithm, man. Like, the 2 Francis Ngannou videos are just not getting shown to people. I just think that I think Francis is a really big star for people who really pay close attention to UFC, and casuals just do not understand who this fucking guy is, you know? So I think once he wins the title, those videos will blow up. No, it is still a disadvantage because I can be eloquent with my words and phrasing, but in these other mediums, people can see my face, you know, see my mannerisms, whatever. There's something more that I can add than just, like, you know, typing, hello. Well, I think that if they fight at UFC 251, that this guy is going to punch this guy in the face. Very likely to be a good outcome for him. The only time I got my IQ tested was 137. But you wouldn't know that because the answer to the next thing is no, I do not have a Patreon yet, but I will. Dude, Francis is like the answer to anyone with excuses. I will say this though. Okay, look, like, so I've been thinking about this a lot actually lately as it relates to the Francis story, and it's like, okay, so Francis for sure shatters the idea of, you know, that there are challenges that can be put in front of someone that you can't overcome. That said, he is a superhuman, okay? Like, so he had to go through more shit to get his shot than anyone ever, but he is a superhuman, right? If you just take some other random guy, like, from the exact same situation that he was in, and, you know, whatever his goal was, I don't know. I don't think there are very many people who have the gifts, like the starting gifts towards the thing that they're trying to do, like Francis. There aren't many. But the fact that he had them, he recognized them, and then he did all the things he did to get there is amazing. But there really is like this, there is this level of just true, well-placed hopelessness if you are born into that environment where it's just like, you know, most people working in a sand mine in Cameroon literally have no options. And you know what's the devil to those fucking guys? Television. You know, like television's the devil. Like if that's gonna be your life, you don't want to know anything about the world. Like you don't want to know shit. As long if your whole life, if everybody you guys, you know, you get up, you go, you fucking shovel sand, and that's the whole world. And so you're only comparing yourself to other people. It wouldn't seem as bad. But having access to television and knowing there are people out there that are living the lives that people live in 2020 would just make it hell on earth. I mean, every day of your life.
No, I know. That's why.
Donnell, I fucking love that idea, my dude. Thank you. Yeah, I love Sean O'Malley, man. It's funny. This is because he was out for 2 years. There's no way for me to prove this, but before he got suspended, I was talking about O'Malley because I was just like, you know, I'd seen him fight. I was like, this guy's so exciting and he's so vicious. He's my dude. I saw the last fight that I think the first time I saw him fight was the last fight that he had before the suspension. And I told everybody that I was like, man, this guy is going to be super fucking big. And then he was gone for 2 years. Yeah, Molly's on the chat a lot. Matter of fact, let me hit him up on, where's my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? Oh, there we go. I will tell him that the crowds are clamoring for him. Oh, here he is. Forgot to watch the one he sent. Ooh. Hey, guys. Molly is asking for a topic, a quick video, 12 to 13 minutes, something with some buzz. What do you guys think? You can have an input on the next Mixed Molly video. Let me think about that, actually. Let me think about that. What do you guys think? Somebody give a suggestion for the best content creator in the history of the fucking world. No, of course not, Billy. Like, that's, yeah. Peter Yan? No, well, Molly's YouTube, Mixed Molly Whoppery. It's got to be someone with my... Ooh, what about Paulo Costa? Yeah, Paulo Costa would be a good one. Cannoneer, he's not big enough. He's saying, like, no, not Romero. He's saying someone with some buzz. You know, to, like, tickle the algorithm, because he made... I mean, seriously, like, you know how fucking frustrating that is? You don't understand how much research this fucking guy does for these videos? Like, really. Like, ask if the Accent podcast... well, anyway. He's from outside Dagestan. He said that in Russia, like, they've all seen the Rise of a Savage series. And he said that the complexity of those tribes in Dagestan are fucking like, even to people who live out there, they can't keep track of all of them. And he said that all those guys in that area watched the Rise of a Savage, the Zabit one, and all those, and they couldn't believe, like, he never confused tribes, never confused languages, none of that shit. He does insane research for these things. So, like, and then he basically painted a fucking masterpiece with these Francis Ngannou videos, and then they're not getting promoted on YouTube, which is bullshit. But like I said, I think they're gonna blow up after Francis wins the title. That's my guess. Calvin Kattar, Ooh, Cejudo. That is a fucking great call, dude. That's the one, actually. Henry Cejudo. That is the one. God, that's a great fucking call, man. Henry Cejudo is the one. Sean O'Malley will be good. Yeah, I don't know. Like, cause O'Malley, he comes from like a heavy like Christian background. He's like and when you think about it like that, he's actually like a totally typical, rebellious fucking religion kid. Yeah, Volkanovski could be good too, actually. Mayhem Miller. It will title it Metham Miller. Oh yeah, Cejudo's not retired, man. Do I know Alpaca Thesaurus? I do not. Cejudo or Volkanovski is good. Yeah, I'm not even gonna suggest Volkanovski. I think Cejudo is the one. I think that if Dana will give him the fight, that Cejudo should fight Volkanovski. Straight up. Although, fuck, I would love to see Qatar fight him. But I mean, Qatar lost as a beat. Like he's got 2 wins in a row. It's a beat. I don't know. Like, yeah, I would love to see Qatar fight fucking Volkanovski, man. Korean Zombie's got Ortega, so the winner of that fight theoretically would be in line. But dude, wouldn't you rather see Triple C fight Volkanovski? I mean, like, which pay-per-view, if you were a slightly less rabid fan, would you be more likely to buy? Like, I would buy the Triple C one for sure. I mean, I'll fucking buy them both, obviously, but see, Volkanovski would wreck Cejudo. You would think so. I mean, you would think so. Did I see the thing about Joanna posting 33 and retired? Is she retiring? Cejudo and Jan would be good. Yep, I agree. But the Cejudo and Volkanovski's a way bigger fight. Way bigger fight. Yeah, dude, Zombie. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I did about that, but like once Korean Zombie picked up Jay Park as his like publicist, like his profile got just blew up. Like you need, like, if you don't speak English, you need someone talking for you. Like, just plain and simple. You can't, like, this is the fight game. People need to be tied to your narrative. They need to know what's going on in your head. They need to know why they care specifically about this fight that you have with this guy. And if you don't speak English and you don't have anyone talking for you, you got a cool nickname, but like, that's not, you can't get tied to a fucking nickname. You need a person there. And like, like I was saying in the video, the mannerisms and kind of like the body language of people in South America is really expressive, to where even when someone doesn't speak English, I can kind of read what they're like, or not even kind of, I can read what they're like. Where in Asian countries, you can't, it's hard to read them, and it's almost like when you watch a documentary with like an Asian fighters and team, and then you have the subtitles. It's fascinating because you're like, you just see their personality instantly, and like you just couldn't see it before. Like with Wei Li, when I was watching the Wei Li one, and you're like, she's awesome, dude. Colby versus George will happen. I agree. Well, it probably won't happen next because I think Colby's going to fight Tyron, and Jorge will probably fight Edwards. But if like Tyron is, acting up on this Colby fight, then maybe they slide Jorge in there. But God damn, what's funny is like, so initially when they first were trying to put together Colby and Tyron, I don't think I've ever been more confident that someone was going to win than I was that Tyron was going to beat Colby. Like, I was just like, how is Colby supposed to beat Tyron Woodley? Because that was when Tyron was still champion. And now I've done a complete 180, because the way that Tyron loses is to heavy pressure with guys who can press him against the fence, clinch, and take him down. Like, if you described the formula that is beating Tyron Woodley right now, it would be exactly Colby Covington. How do I feel about the potential Nick Diaz Masvidal? That would be an incredible payday for Masvidal and a fucking funeral for Nick Diaz. Request Mix Molly to upload. Wait, why don't you just watch it on YouTube? Like, it's free. The Mix Molly Rose and Pat Barry is free on YouTube. You can watch it right now. It's called The Journey. Wait, hang on. He literally went to Rikers Island for smuggling drugs, got stabbed, worked his way back, etc. That's enough content for Molly to do a 3-part series. Wait, hold on. Let me scroll up and see who we're talking about. Wait, who are you talking about that went to Rikers and got stabbed and shit? Oh, the dude who spent time in jail for smuggling drugs. Heinisch story fit for... Oh, yeah, but he's not a good enough fighter, man. He's not a good enough fighter. I agree with you. If he was a top contender, that would be a fucking incredible topic. But, like, the thing is like to the point we were saying, they got to have some buzz to get the video going. Because, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, obviously Molly loves doing the videos, but once he uploads it, ideally he wants as many views as possible. And, like, if you do them on these guys that have great stories but not as much buzz, then the videos don't do as well, which is, it's like, that like literally like bothers me about the Francis one, because they're so fucking good. They're as good as any of the other ones he's ever done. Why do I not rate Colby? I don't understand the question. I think Colby beats Woodley now too. But if Tyron catches Colby once with that overhand, I mean, Woodley's not done in that weight, man. He's just, you got to give him an opportunity to adjust the way he fights. Because, like, the Justin Gaethje, Justin Gaethje, right? He fought the same way forever, undefeated, forever, just pressing guys, take shots to give shots. He lost one fight, didn't change anything, lost another fight in a row. Then he made adjustments, and now he's a completely different fighter. Like, Tyron has lost twice in a row the exact same way, where he's always fought off his back foot, fought defensively, and not been the aggressor, and that's worked for him. Okay, now it doesn't work anymore. So he knows that. Everyone knows that. He's still a phenomenal athlete with tremendous gifts and skills. So I'm very curious to see how he comes back, and against someone like Colby, who is the exact formula for what beat him, because he's gonna have to evolve if he wants to beat him. I mean, plain and simple. Do I think Tyron lost his fire? That's an interesting question. Let me tell you, I think, yes, I do think that, and I'll tell you why. Because the first, I can't remember exactly, like, if I went and looked back, I would know, but, like, the fight before the Usman fight, I remember that the pay-per-view that he was on, he made a fuckload of money. Like, a fuckload of money. It sold a ton of pay-per-views, and, let me look that up, actually. And so I knew he had like a lot of dough, and then all of a sudden, you know, he started rapping and doing movies and doing all this shit, and like, and listen, I, as you guys know, never talk shit about ways that people are trying to make money outside the UFC. So this is not me hating on Tyron Woodley, you know, trying to be a rapper. I'm just gonna say he doesn't have a future there. I mean, it's plain and simple. Like, to be a musician that people are actually going to pay to listen to, or like to like be a successful, you know, revenue generating musician, you have to be really, really talented and really good, and like just loving to do it. It's not enough, man. A win over Colby for Tyron puts him back in the mix. I mean, then you maybe put him in there with Jorge, or maybe Edwards. He still has the Edwards fight in there. If he wins 2 in a row, he gets a title shot again. I mean, plain and simple. I mean, because he's going to have to evolve to win. So it'll be a different Tyron that fights the next time. I mean, Dana's probably hoping that he doesn't fucking win, because he, you know, can't sell pay-per-views. But I like Woodley, man. I can read what kind of he's just like a... Okay, Tyron Woodley, look, 4 hours ago. Tyron Woodley, I'm fighting Colby Covington, but I need to reset first. Okay, I think what he's saying is he needs to recenter, you know, go into a camp, and then, I mean, I'm assuming that listen, if he thinks that the reason he lost is because he, like, wasn't focused and he wasn't centered, then he deserves to continue to lose, because that's not why. Okay, he's always fought the same way. He's backed up. That's why he had so many boring decisions, because he fights super defensive and then tries to throw the overhand bomb. And it's like, these guys figured out the formula. Now, there's also the fact that both guys that beat him came out of the same camp, right? Like, so they might have somebody in there that's been talking about, because he was the champion. If you're in a fight camp, a professional fight camp, and you're in a weight, like, they are always eyeballs on the champion and talking about, just game planning against him. I mean, I do that. I do that. So, like, coaches are always looking at the champion. Like, everyone's going to come into their fight with you when you're the champion with the most well thought out and researched game plan, possible. Yeah, Nick Diaz has enough range. I totally agree with that. It's like, although I do think Nick Diaz, like, in those interviews is drunk. Alex, thoughts about Alexander Gustafsson returning to heavyweight? We'll see. We'll see. He's long, lanky. He's got great footwork. I think losing to Anthony Smith was, like, gut-wrenching to him. I think he sees Anthony Smith as a vastly inferior fighter. Woodley's not going to Bellator, man. There's no way. Dana's got him locked in on a huge, super long contract, guaranteed. The journey is amazing. There's another part which isn't playing on YouTube. What? No, there's not. If that's true, I will be ecstatic, but I don't think that's true. The one that's on YouTube is 50 minutes long. Ow. Heineck learned to box 8. Yeah, I know. I hear you, dude. The Heineck story is fucking amazing. It just doesn't check all the boxes. Box number 1 is buzz. But yeah, it's an amazing story. I would love to watch it for sure. Woodley's out of his prime. Simply, I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up here. Darren Till. Would Darren Till? No. Well, I don't know. Darren Till is, or would. Well, first of all, Darren Till's at middleweight now, but like, Darren Till doesn't have that same formula that's beating Colby, which is, he's got the stand-up side, but not the threat of the clinch takedown. Wrestling. Would Darren Till, let me see. Has he done one on Valentina Shevchenko? That is a fucking great idea, actually. Let me send that to him right now. Interesting. I'm not looking for another biography type one. He's okay. So he's looking for something like current. That's like something that's current in the news. See. So what's in the fucking news? I'll ask him how long production time would be. So, because then it's like, if it's something in the news that's likely to, like, be this long perpetual thing, then that's different than like a story that from, like, this week or whatever. Amanda Ribas is the GOAT with the 101 record. She's the GOAT at fucking the boss. Colby is still the second best welterweight. We'll find out, dude. There's a log jam up there. You got Burns, Usman, Masvidal, Colby. You like how I did that with Burns in first place? And Edwards. Sorry, five. Edwards is not pushed out of the conversation though. He's really not, like, because now he's in there. he is definitely going to fight one of the top 4 guys. Well, he's got to fight George. Like Edwards has to fight George. That is what's happening. You got Colby and Tyron, Burns and Usman, and then you got Jorge and fucking Edwards are the only ones left over, and you've got a promo where Jorge punched him in the face in backstage. I mean, they're gonna fight. That has to be the fight. Is this the year of retirement? No. What it is that is the only negotiating position that you have as a fighter, because they get them locked into these long-term contracts. The only position they can take is I won't fight. Bisping commentary subpar. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I will tell you that his podcast is fucking amazing. He is hilarious, dude. Like when he's just like rapping out with his boys, he is hilarious. He's super fucking clever. Korean Zombie, already talked about him. Tyron comeback story. I mean, I do too, kind of, but he's had his time, man. It's not like Tyron is like, had a fucking shitty UFC career. The guy had like, 3 title, like he won the title, 3 or 4 title defenses. He's making bank every time he defends the title. He's got money, unless he's a fucking idiot. He actually doesn't strike me as a guy who spends a lot of money, to be honest with you. And if any of you guys are young, that is what you should respect. Like when you know fighters make money, don't get tied up in shit these guys buy. That actually should be something that makes you like, well, if you would have just put that shit in fucking Amazon stock and forgot about it, it'd be worth 10 times what it is today. It's like, to the guys that are, at least me now, like when I was younger, I was like, wow, look at that shiny thing. I want one of those. But now I look at guys that are frugal as fucking badasses. Because you can invest that money in all kinds of other shit and make more money. Fights are on tonight. Gustafsson at heavyweight is going to be a different animal. We'll see if he's got bigger power, that would be fucking awesome. Ali said Khabib versus Justin by the end of the year. Awesome. Did he? And so I assume he said he had spoken to Khabib, right? These guys blowing out their ears. O'Malley. Till has a cool story. I could see what. Ooh, actually, you know what? Maybe O'Malley, dude. I mean, dude, the fights are free. It's not a fucking pay-per-view. You can watch it. You can just watch them. And there's no fight on right now anyway. But yeah, Shevchenko is awesome. Joanna's retiring 100%. Oh, Molly's on here. So, Molly, if you're on, in response to this, what I would say about the Wei Li thing is you might actually get the exact opposite because it's China. Like in all these tech companies are just fucking, oh, here, China, let me tongue your balls a little bit. I mean, that's just reality. Like, so I actually think that it's possible that the Wei Li one will blow up. But I don't know how many people are like searching for it either, though. Even though it'll be a fucking amazing story. I mean, fuck, I clicked on the Wei Li documentary today, the Stay Hydrated one. So, as a matter of fact, I don't. In case you weren't on earlier, let me send you that. Oh wait. Oh no, I did send that to you. I sent it to you. Never mind. Dustin's amazing. Let's see. Yeah, Joanna retiring. She's gonna take those fake tits to the beach and sun those for a while. My take on fighter pay is the UFC has surrounded the market, and the way the world works is your negotiating position is you can negotiate what your worth is, but if there's no other company that is going to pay you your worth, and you're locked into a long-term contract with UFC, the only position you have to negotiate is I just won't fight, right? And Jorge just got paid, son. Like, paid. And so he demonstrated if you have the value, you can hold out. But think about how many people have the leverage that Jorge has, right? You're talking about literally like less than would fit on this fucking hand. You know what I mean? Outside of current champions, right? Like you have the champions, they're kind of in a different category. But outside of him, you got Masvidal, Conor, Nate Diaz, GSP, Conor. Wait, what did I say? Okay, so Masvidal, Conor, Nate Diaz, GSP. I don't know, whatever I said, but like a very, very small group of guys who can negotiate for back end, and threaten to hold out or be out for a long time and say, here, I'll come back, but this is what I want. You know, you have to be worth it. Like you have to have that value for real. So like the free market does not exist for regular run of the mill fighters. It's not there. There's nothing to negotiate with. That's why. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I read Paige Van Zant's recent interview, and she said directly in her interview, she was like, you know, this is what the UFC does when you have one fight left on your contract. They give you the hardest possible fight. It's like, well, fucking duh. Why did Deontay accuse Tyson Fury of cheating? I don't know if Deontay directly accused Tyson Fury of cheating, but I'll tell you exactly why. It's because from the first fight, there's a bunch of like footage and pictures that are super fucking shady, man. Like his, you know, people keep telling me that like, you know, because the glove is like folding, you know, like literally like folding. And I know he throws that kind of like looping snap hook. So like, believe me, I boxed. I get it. Like, you know, he throws that kind of like he's super long. So he throws that kind of looping slap, like snap slap hook. But that's not what these pictures show, man. They show that and it shows the glove like folding backwards. And then there's also, listen, the pictures from the first fight at the very least look suspicious is all. I'm not saying he necessarily did, but it doesn't matter because that was all in the first fight. And in the second fight, he beat the fuck out of him and knocked him the fuck out. So that rivalry has been settled, and the controversy is not from the fight. That you know, the controversy was from the draw. So, coronavirus, how it affects the fights, octagon size, location. I think honestly, the two biggest. Octagon size probably matters, whatever. But what matters is their inability to have regular training camps and make weight, etc., and then also the lack of a crowd. Think about the, energy is contagious. It's like I actually think that it's like a scientifically proven thing that like human emotion in areas is passed from person to person, and just think about being in a any kind of large group where there's some kind of stimulus that's creating a common reaction to things. So whether it's music, a fight, a sporting event, whatever, and that feeling you get, even if you're looking down at your phone, right? Like you're not even paying attention to the game, right? And you look at your phone and then you feel like when the whole crowd cheers, you feel it like in your gut, so before you even know what's happened, you feel it. Now imagine being in a fucking octagon and you land a shot and the place erupts, right? Like erupts. Or you take a shot and the place erupts. Like there is literally no way that the lack of that is not impacting these fights. It is. It just fucking is. Now you don't know how it's affecting it, but the lack of crowds is absolutely impacting the fights because you don't have that like kind of uncontrollable visceral reaction that people have when they're in crowds and emotion goes, especially when it's focused directly at you. I can't even hypothesize about what that would feel like. I know what it feels like to punch a guy in the head. I know what it feels like to be trying to mix it up, and then the guy throws, you see an opening, and when you land, it already feels real good. I can't even imagine if you add on top of that fucking 20,000 people screaming in, excitement. I mean, and that emotion is you're going to fight different. You just will. You might go in a little bit faster, and you might get rattled easier. Khabib told Gaethje to fight Conor, and he refused. Gaethje is Gaethje's an interesting dude, man. If you watch the mixed Molly on Gaethje, he's a different character. Alex, Gaethje is a Division I NCAA wrestler, same as Tyron Colby. People are doubting him too heavily against Conor. Well, no, I mean, I am blatant. Oh, yeah, I am blatantly doubting him against Conor, but that's because I don't think he's going to wrestle at all. I think he's going to stand. Like, he doesn't use his wrestling for MMA. I mean, he uses it, but not to take fights down. He uses it for position in the clinch and to be defensive and not get taken down. There's nothing in his history that would indicate that he's going to shoot for a takedown, and it's fucking Justin Gaethje, man. The human highlight reel. I know that now he's adjusted his approach and doesn't want to just like take shots to give him, but do you really think that Gaethje's going to go in there and shoot on Conor? I would literally bet my life against that. Actually, I would bet my life. Like, actually, what I would do is I would come on my channel and go, all the shit that I said about really understanding people and having like a really deep understanding of how people are made up and how they'll react to different things. I would come on the channel and just be like, yeah, nope, all those things I said, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, because that's how certain I am that Gaethje will not shoot on Conor. And Conor has picked every traditional boxing and Muay Thai fighter apart. What, baby?
Can I have a muffin?
Yeah, you can have whatever you want, Goo.
Well, can you get me a muffin?
Do I look like I can get you a muffin?
You feel me?
Jeez. Yeah, let me see. The rankings, Wei Li ahead of Valentina. Wait, what? What, in the pound for pound? Is that right? That can't be fucking right. If that's the case, then no, I do not agree. I do not agree with that at all. If they've got Wei Li ahead of Valentina in the pound for pound. Let's see. Oh. Wait, what? Pound for pound. They're not even fucking... There's no girls even on it. Oh, women's pound for pound. All right. Oh, that is ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, I don't agree with that at all. At all. I mean, listen, like, Wei Li has won 20 in a row, or 21, whatever. She won 21 in a row. But Valentina's only lost to Amanda Nunes, and she lost by razor thin split decision both times. And we know what fucking Amanda Nunes is, right? So, like, think about that. Valentina, who fights at 125, was up a weight class against the fucking greatest female fighter in the history of the sport and lost razor thin decisions both times and didn't get hurt. Like, didn't get hurt at all. She just, But, I mean, listen, like, when they're making that ranking, it's like flip a coin. Who are you going to put here, fucking Wei Li or Valentina? Maybe Wei Li will go up and fight Valentina at 125. That would be... As a matter of fact, she probably will. If she fights Rose in her next fight and wins, I would imagine that her next fight will be against Valentina at 125, because there's no one to fight Valentina at 125, right? She's... That division... There's no names up there. And Wei Li versus Valentina, that would sell some fucking pay-per-views. But I would pick Valentina all day. All day. If Wei Li got touched up that much by Joanna, look how Joanna did against Valentina. She got fucking obliterated. She had no chance against her. Valentina is literally like one of the most surgical fucking martial artists I've ever seen. She's so good. Flawless. She makes no mistakes. As a matter of fact, I'm honestly thinking, I can't think of a time when I've seen Valentina make a mistake in the octagon, like where she overcommitted or like, left herself open and got caught heavy. Any fight that I've seen, I've never seen her make a mistake. My boys are feeling good about Gastelum. I really hope so, because it's a better division with him in it like that. The Ariel Alley feud would be a good short story for Molly. Maybe. And I know his opinion on Ariel is pretty similar to mine, I think. Not that I don't want to speak for him, but But that thing about Dana, or I mean Ariel, you know, being a reporter and like putting shit out there at inappropriate times, it's possible that someone I would consider to be smarter than me might have pointed me at that trait of his, and then when I looked at it, it was definitely there. Do I think that John Jones overvalues a bit? I don't think he has Conor value. I think that had he not driven drunk 18 times, hit a fucking pregnant woman, you know, got caught smoking crack or snorting blow, pissed hot for juice 86 times, then I think he would be the highest paid athlete in the sport currently besides Conor. But he did do all those things. So Conor ain't fighting Pacquiao, man. That's not happening. Conor's fighting in MMA, and he's going to fight for the 155-pound belt next. See, like, I hear everybody saying this thing about that Khabib's going to retire soon. I don't have any idea where everybody's basing that on, aside from that people are just projecting that because he hasn't lost. But, like, but, you know, I mean, he said he didn't want to fight forever, but he's still got, dude, he's got a lot of fights, man. He's got to fight Gaethje at least once. If he loses, he's going to have to fight him again, and maybe a trilogy fight. He's still got to fight Tony, assuming Tony doesn't lose his next fight, and he still has to fight Conor again, for sure. So, like, I mean, that's a good number of fights. That's multiple years of fighting, dude, with, you know, as a champion. John Jones... yeah, I mean, John Jones overvalues himself, kind of. Well, maybe. I mean, you don't know. I mean, if he says he's making $5 million a fight. I think I demonstrated when I did that the Masvidal math that, you know, you can generate, like, listen, like, oh, damn, dude, that's a heavy counter to get caught with, man. When people throw the leg kick and the person times it right and hits him with an overhand right, like, that's an easy way to have your body go limp. But yeah, John Jones, I mean, you kind of have to compare him to how many pay-per-views the next group of light heavyweights would sell without him. And I think for John Jones, it's pretty safe to say he's going to sell at least an additional 250,000 pay-per-views. You know, the question is whether they can paper over that problem. So with Masvidal, very clear. The event was going to do blah blah blah. Then it does 1.3 million. It was Masvidal that did that. Okay, plain and simple. With John, it's like, okay, right now he is worth an additional, I don't know. So let's say 250,000 pay-per-views. That's an additional $16 million that he would generate. Oh my God. Oh my God. This chick just fucking folded this bitch's knee in half. Oh my God. If that popped in the direct in that angle of torque, like, I've never seen that before. So wait, so what, like, she has her in like a, and then, oh my God, she did like an arm bar on her leg. I think she just tore every ligament that she has in her knee. Oh my God, look at that chick's a fucking animal, dude. You know how strong you'd have to be able to do that to someone your own size for a girl? Most girls can't even do a fucking pull-up. Huh, Gabrielle? What? Most girls can't do a pull-up. I cannot. That's all right. You make up for it in other ways. You have the strength of mind. Oh, John Jones. So right now, John Jones is worth $250K, right? So let's say that 250,000 pay-per-views. Let's say that for whatever reason, Dana doesn't feel like meeting his price, right? Like, Dana doesn't want to give in. Whatever reason there is, they don't want to give in to his demands. So the strategy as the organization then is like, okay, can we paper over the fact that there's a lack of an established champion at light heavyweight by having the light heavyweight belt on the line while there are other title fights on the same card that'll be a big draw. Exactly what they did with the 135 pound in this last one, where they got Jan and Aldo fighting. They know that's not a big enough draw, so they put Holloway and Volkanovski and Masvidal and fucking Usman on there. And then now when Peter Yan defends the belt, that's a legit, like people can be like, oh shit, Peter Yan's fighting. So they'll have to do that for light heavyweight if they want to not meet John Jones' demands and just kind of move on without him or whatever. But I mean, dude, it is John Jones. Like, he's undefeated. He's a complete savage. Like, it just depends on what he's asking for, right? I mean, if he's asking for $8 million, just fucking pay it to him. If he's asking for 22, tell him to go fuck himself. Connor said he wants 3 fights in particular: Masvidal, Gaethje, and Khabib. Yeah. I think Connor is going to push hard in the media for the winner. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, Rusty. Connor gets the winner of that. Like, he's not going to have to push for shit. Dana's communicated this. I guarantee you, Dana's like, Connor's retired. Okay, look at his face when they ask him about Connor still being in the USADA testing pool. Okay, like, Dana doesn't want to listen to people. Like, Dana is intentionally holding Connor out until that fight sorts itself out. He doesn't want to listen to people be like, give Connor a fight. Because he's like, he's not going to risk. Like, I've gone through this a million times, so I'll do it again. There is a scenario where Gaethje beats Khabib, which then sets up Connor to fight Gaethje, which will be one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time. If Connor beats Gaethje, then Connor can fight Khabib as the title holder, right? And somewhere in there, you've got a Gaethje and Khabib rematch. I mean, like, that scenario will make so much money for the UFC. It's hard to even wrap your brain around. And so if they just throw Connor in there against like Masvidal for this big money fight between now and then, that puts all that in jeopardy, which makes no sense. There's no reason that you would do that. And any of the other fights that you might potentially put Connor in there for, there's no upside for him. He wins, who cares? He's still he's already in position to take that title fight. And for the UFC, it's business. Like, Connor is a business decision. There's no other factor. Like, it's like, like setting up a Connor fight when you're the UFC is equivalent to like when you're gonna roll out your entire new platform if you're a tech company. Like, it is the most, one of the most impactful things on how you're going to do that quarter or that year for that matter. Abdulmanap said Khabib will most likely lose his... Where did he say that? Show me that. He looks skinny in the face. I agree. I don't like seeing those pictures either because I always think like maybe he's not treating himself well. Gabrielle, what are you doing?
Feeding, washing.
People are clamoring for you. Come back over here. Jeez. Jesse, how many girls have I cheated on? None in the last 10 years. 12 years. I actually wasn't really like a cheat even before I met her. Like, because I wouldn't like do a full like, okay, we are boyfriend, girlfriend. I would just pretend like we were, act like we were, but then I'd do whatever I want when I wasn't hanging out with them. But I did cheat on plenty of girls when I was a child. John is mad for the comments. I don't know. Am I missing something? Khabib is 33, I think. No, Khabib's father for sure would not want him to retire because of his death. That's completely correct. But yeah, dude, retiring on top like GSP did, aside from the fact that GSP completely cleared out his division 5 times, that's why I have him as the GOAT, because he retired before he disintegrated or deteriorated. What's up, Calissimo? Tony was overtrained for that fight. I mean, training as hard as he does for 8 months. Listen, Billy, if you wanna put an excuse behind Tony losing that fight, the correct one is he's cut weight twice. That is the correct excuse. Whether he's over, like, because he's training year round, like that, and he always does that. So like the training wasn't any different for that fight. However, if he really did, now I actually am not necessarily convinced that he actually cut weight twice. I think that he might have taken pictures from a former weight cut and then put them out on Twitter as if he cut weight twice, because you know, it's psychological warfare convincing people that you would do that twice. Like, there's no reason to actually do it. Unless you're completely fucking crazy, which maybe he is. But if he really did cut weight twice, that's no good, man. Damn, I'm behind. Connor said he wants 3 fights in particular. Oh yeah, dude, I already did all that. Jesus. I didn't know Dana announced Connor gets winner of Khabib Gaethje. When did that happen? I agree. He didn't he hasn't announced it officially, but he's alluded to it in other interviews. And you know what? Like basically what he was saying is he wanted to make Connor Khabib, or Connor versus the winner of Tony and Khabib. But then COVID happened, and then you have Gaethje get in there, and so like all that did is just delayed this thing that, you know, Dana knows it's the biggest. It'll be the biggest pay-per-view they've had since Khabib Connor #1. Connor should cut all the alcohol and bad influences completely out of his life. A drink a week. Quick. Oh, dude, I totally agree with you, Alex. However, I mean, it's COVID. He's Conor McGregor. He has more. There's no like, you know, like when you're an athlete, start boozing, start taking pills, start doing whatever, you're putting your career at risk, because obviously you're not going to be performing at your optimal level, but it might still be good enough to be amazing. But you're putting it at risk. Okay, Connor right now, he has no risk of that, none. He's there, you know, barring him, you know, getting charged with sexual assault or some shit, or you know, even that, dude. Like, he would have to get videotaped doing something again to take the bottom out of proper 12 for him to have any risk of not, you know, having generational wealth at this point. And if he's locked down and bored out of his, like a lack of purpose, even if you're that wealthy, is the easiest way to fucking crawl yourself back into a bottle of pills or booze. Cause like, you know, he won. Like, what, you know, the purpose is fulfilled. He won both belts. He fought Mayweather. He built $1 billion business. Like, he needs to find another way to manage his day to day versus how he was. But again, we don't know. I mean, we don't know if he's boozing again. I just know how hard it would be for me in that situation. If I had all the money in the world, I had Connor's situation, and I'm just sitting around the house. I have this huge, like, you know, booze isn't my thing, but I'd probably eat some pills for sure. I feel like the judge that gave Max round 5 was kind of trying to make up for round 3. It's possible. I mean, all 3 of those last 3 rounds were super fucking close. Costa's going to beat Adesanya. Costa is definitely the toughest challenge he's faced, for sure. Costa, I mean, listen, it comes down to this, man. I think Adesanya uses length, and you think it was funny that Izzy was one of the... Yeah, so Papousas, that speaks to what I was going to say about Costa versus Adesanya. Like, so Adesanya is a counterpuncher, or a counter striker, like, in a major way. Like, he's not somebody that goes out there and throws a stiff jab, who uses head movement and feints and then just like trying to tat. That's why Connor's so awesome, because Connor is an incredible counterpuncher, but Connor is trapping you into situations where he can throw counters. Like, if you just stand there in front of him, he's going to throw a fucking spinning back kick. He's going to punch you. He's going to kick you. Like, there's no scenario where a guy stands out there like, Yoel Romero and he just sits there like Israel Adesanya, right? Like that is not how Conor fights, even though he is in probably one of, if not the best counterpuncher. I'm trying to think who has a better counter than Conor's counter left. I can't think of anybody. But the thing is with Izzy, or I'm sorry, with Costa, Costa's not going to stand in front of Izzy. He's going to throw heavy leather. Like he is going to come at him hard, which will leave him open. But also, Adesanya gets hit, man. Gastelum landed a ton of shit on Izzy, and I think if you really look at it, it's like, all right, so you have the Gastelum fight where Izzy took a fucking ton of punishment and he outlasted Gastelum. Very impressive. Maybe one of the, literally like top 5 best fights ever in my opinion. But you look at that fight, the Anderson Silva fight. Then he gets his title shot, knocks out Whitaker, and so people are like, whoa, like, damn, Izzy is the fucking man, and he is. But styles make fights, and Whitaker is very aggressive. But he's not a surgeon, right? Like he's not a surgeon. He's aggressive. He has a lot of power. He's pretty accurate. But he goes out and he takes chances, right? Like Izzy is a fucking scalpel, a surgical, just precision murder machine. But he gets hit, and so again, I think Costa is going to. Costa's a super dangerous fight for him because he's going to throw a bunch of bombs at him, but Costa, he's going to have to take chances, and, Izzy's a fucking scalpel. So I honestly think that if those two guys fought 10 times, they might, Izzy's not going to win all 10, I'll tell you that right now. Damn, who is this fucking guy? See, if you're going to be a professional fighter, fucking dye your mohawk red. Like, come on. Like that, honestly, everyone should do that shit. Wait, no defenses. Who's got no defenses? Do I think that Justin could be the champ? Justin Gaethje, I assume, is who you're asking, and yes, absolutely, I do. Like I said a million times, Gaethje is the worst matchup for Khabib, and so he could win. And then it's Conor, and like, who knows? Maybe Gaethje will be the first, traditional stand-up guy that Conor can't just surgically annihilate. Dan Hardy, the best Mohawk ever? I don't know. I'm going to go with Chuck, man. Just because wasn't extravagant, but that's a signature fucking Mohawk right there. Israel should wait around until Costa pisses hot. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know how. I don't know how he's beating those tests, man. Because it seems borderline impossible that he's clean. Just looking at him, it doesn't seem possible. He's so fucking stacked. But I don't know. Maybe there's someone in Brazil who has like the new version of the clear. Remember like Balco, where you won't piss hot when you take it. She's back.
I'm back. Sorry.
All right, guys, let's switch up the Q&A. So now here, you guys ask Gabrielle questions.
Oh, not about MMA.
And before you guys even ask the first one, 9 inches. Just kidding.
Dear God.
Diakowski for the win. Izzy will win by the same way he beat Romero.
Where's everybody watching from? Where are you guys?
Oh, they're all over the place.
I want to know.
Yeah, where are you? I'm curious too.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory: Costa has a twin brother with this. He just goes in and pisses. They're like, "Geez, this guy looks like he's lost 20 pounds in the last 48 hours." That's because that's Ballo Costa.
Plug your coffee.
Plug your coffee.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
Not gonna lie.
Who's the
It's
most
not,
insane?
right now I'm drinking wine, but the coffee is legit.
I would say Francis or Yoel.
What's my favorite memory with Jesse? Oh, dang, that's a hard one.
Oh, isn't that fucking cute, you guys?
That is
It's supposed to be
cute.
an MMA channel. Jesus.
I like it. Where are they? We got Ohio, Serbia, Austria. Dang, y'all are everywhere.
Yeah, they're everybody.
Hey, Paul. Trying to think.
Cyborgs. He misspelled it, but
Macedonia, wow, y'all are everywhere. This is cool. What conspiracy do I believe? What, your conspiracy, or is that for me? I don't know.
oh shit.
I believe a lot of conspiracies.
Oh no, I got 6 inches beat for show.
Silly thicker than ever. Oh god. I'm
Bolo
trying to figure
means
out my
cake.
favorite memory. I don't know, dudes. Too many.
We've done
Too
a
many.
lot of shit. We've been together for like 13 years.
A long time. Some good ones. Probably our 10-year anniversary trip to Vegas. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
It was a really good one.
What conspiracy do you believe, Gabrielle? Gabrielle believes that pharmaceutical companies are intentionally euthanizing people in Africa. Not euthanizing.
I do not think that they're euthanizing.
She believes that
people.
that Bill Gates and pharmaceutical companies go to Africa and they test their untested
I do
vaccines
believe that.
on unsuspected. I believe that shit too, actually. But just
Probably
because,
the biggest, and I don't even think it's a conspiracy anymore. It's that Big Pharma just doesn't give two. Are you allowed to swear on here?
fuck yeah.
Two shits about us. That's my number one thing, which I guess you could call a conspiracy, but I'm pretty sure it's been proven.
Well, yeah, and like the whole idea of like conspiracy theory because you theorize that more than one party would scheme on something that they're highly incentivized to do. It's like that doesn't sound like that's not something a crazy person. That's someone who's fucking smart would do.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Israel?
What about it?
It's
I
beautiful.
want
It's
to go
beautiful.
I want to go to there. Yeah.
Eddie Bravo has never seen a conspiracy that he doesn't love. That like guys like that. See, I'm not. That's not how I roll.
Y'all
Like
are people. Look at all these comments. Yep. Agreed.
yeah, dude, Fauci has I believe a $6 billion budget to allocate to pharmaceutical companies every year to promote like vaccine and stuff research. I mean that's just a fact.
Research.
Well, no, it is research.
Oh,
Yeah, like they're like but
solid.
then like why does the government pay for their research?
I can't be from America.
And then the
I do have dual citizenship.
but the government like so the taxpayers pay for the research and then the pharmaceutical companies keep all the profit. It's like, wow, that's a fucking good deal for you guys, huh?
UFOs Republic, yes.
She does have a twin sister. We alternate weeks.
So
What?
funny.
I'll listen. You can. UFOs Republic. Yep. The UFOs thing. That's how fucked 2020 is. That they literally
UFOs are real and everyone's
they
like,
came out. They're like, yep. By the
Whatever.
way, yep. This is an actual video of a flying saucer. Like this is UFOs, 100% real. From the Pentagon, and everyone's like, cool. And you're like,
That makes sense.
fucking cool.
That makes sense in April 2020.
Like
That's obviously what was going to
fucking
come next.
cool. That's no big deal. Extraterrestrial visitors that's a fucking blip on the radar.
Yep. Oh, I like you guys.
They killed a vaccine killed our dog.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's what made me first look into it,
Yep.
for reals. I'm an acupuncturist, so naturally I kind of lean towards the more natural approach to health, but watching our 5-pound Yorkie.
Check this out. So we go in like
Yeah,
so we had to
sorry.
get a rabies shot for her well, ultimately I adopted as well, but a fucking 5-pound Yorkshire Terrier. 5 pounds, okay? 5 pounds. And we went in and they bring out this shot that's this fucking big. And we're like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. You're going to shoot that into him? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, so what, is it the same size for all dogs? And they're like, yeah. You're like, so wait, hang on. You're gonna inject the same amount of this shit in a 170-pound Great Dane as you're gonna inject in this little fucking rugrat right here? And they're like, yeah, that's how it goes. And we were just like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And they did it. And then that night, he was already all like,
he was loopy. Yeah.
no, he had the tick. Remember?
He developed a neurological tick that lasted for like 6 months. So when they say, yeah.
Then. So they gave it to him right here in the back of his neck. They usually live to their, like, what, 15 or 16?
Yeah, older
and then he died of cancer when he was 9 or 10, right there. Literally, the fucking cancer was exactly where they shot that gigantic fucking shot into him.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known what the future was so I could have told that vet to go fuck himself and then... How about I inject you
That other
with
vet
it?
was awesome, though, and she's like...
Oh, yeah, she shot it in the trash can.
Yeah, we had a vet, and she was just like, I'm not going to be the hand that delivered this to your dog. It was after, I'm sure you guys have by now have heard the deer stories.
No, they haven't, actually.
Oh, you guys haven't heard the deer stories?
Or maybe they did. I might have posted that.
Oh.
Did I post the video? Did I tell you guys a story about when I had to shoot the deer in my front yard in the fucking suburbs with a 12 gauge?
I'm licking.
Don't lick me.
Ouch. Can the guinea pigs stick around?
Some businesses don't care, but the ones that force...
No, we're not going to wash the animals right now.
Oh,
I'm
sorry, bud.
about your puppy.
Yeah, we lost both. I had a pit bull. She had the Yorkshire, and then my pit bull just died last year. Hours.
Why are you trying to claim
Just
my dogs?
need to clarify that I had the big dick pit bull and you had the tiny Yorkshire Terrier.
Yeah.
Fuck that vet. No justice, no peace.
Seriously.
Hey, DLM.
Can you say hi?
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh.
It's the worst.
It is.
Mommy, I did the monkey on that.
No.
Why?
Go watch a show with your friends.
So did I tell you guys about when I had to light the deer up? And the deer was killing my dog. That's why. The deer had his the deer had his fucking antlers. What?
He's like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
would have a pit bull.
Oh yeah. It's like, Jesse, what kind of dog do you want? I'm like, geez, I don't know. It's between pit bull and fucking golden retriever. DLM, dog.
Yeah, so back to the cool vet who wouldn't vaccinate
Thank
our
you, sir.
Yorkie.
Mommy,
He
Mommy, A.
we had a deer in our backyard, and our pit bull used to
Mommy,
go
A.
after them because they would run away,
Mommy.
right? They're deer.
Mommy.
This one decided not to run, and our pit bull decided that he was gonna just stick around to see what happened.
Yeah, I did tell it. So,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
case anyone watched that video and they're like, "There's no way that this is fucking true."
Y'all.
He made himself sound like a Navy SEAL. Gabrielle, how'd I look? Did I look like a Navy SEAL?
Yeah, good. Not as good as me throwing paint cans at it,
Yeah,
though.
that was gangster, dude. This
Killing
deer.
my dog. What are
this,
you gonna do? You
this-
just act.
Yeah, this deer, if it would have decided like, oh, I'm gonna go after this human instead of the pit bull, it would have taken 1 second for this deer to kill her. I mean, like, deer are fucking no joke if they are fighting.
They're
Like,
violent.
they're super fucking dangerous, man. But not against a 12 gauge. They had a hard time with the 12 gauge.
Yeah.
And then I tattooed that dead fuck on my arm. Boop.
What? Oh, we don't have that. I don't know how this works. You need to go get my
You know, a
iPad.
Rottweiler that could kill cows? Damn.
Jesus.
That's a big Rottweiler. Mike has Rottweilers now too, right?
Yeah, two.
Yeah, my best friend has 2 Rottweilers.
Now we have guinea pigs. So there's
Yes,
that.
rutting bucks. Exactly right, dude. Exactly right. It was the day that the 49ers played the Jacksonville Jaguars in London in 2013.
What's your proudest tattoo?
Oh, well, certainly whichever one has Gabrielle on it. I don't
This
know.
is my favorite.
I don't know. She's on there somewhere. What?
The birds. Is that on this side?
Oh yeah. That's
I love
us.
that one.
I'll tell you what my least favorite fucking tattoo is this one I got on my hand.
No,
most.
it's not. It's not the Joker?
That one's pretty sorry. But that one's not like fucking, it's not like on my face like this one is on my hand.
I love that one.
Yeah, dude, why don't you guys start fucking kicking down in the super chat so I can quit my job and then I don't have to worry about working in software so I can get the rest of my hand tattooed. Jesus. Ooh. I'm telling you, dude, if you're a professional fighter and don't have...
Our kids are used to swear words. Yes, this is true.
They know what they're allowed to say.
They know what they can say and what are grown-up words.
7 Tuesdays,
Dang, that's a legit red mohawk.
my uncle was he was a wine guy and that was the name of his wine brand. He passed away.
Bill Cuddy. Ask Georgia.
Well, yeah. Hey, Georgia, who's this? No, Georgia, who is it?
Who is it?
Georgia, who's this? And I'll give it back. Who's this?
William Cuddy.
William Cutting.
Correct. Yeah, I'm joking about pay for the hand tattoo. I told them on the last one, I'm like, I don't understand
Well,
how...
you couldn't get a tattoo anyway because California shut down.
That's true. Oh, no, not Cal... Oh, right. Even in the other counties now, maybe.
Oh, probably now, yeah.
I'm in enterprise software sales, but I also have built and sold, I was the chief product officer at a startup and was CEO of a startup.
We dabble.
We dabble. Lots of things.
We dabble.
Oh, so
yeah.
I don't want your money, moonshine. I'm just joking.
yeah.
Now where's my phone? Speaking of money.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, okay, we could play that game. Like, I could put a huge fucking number out there and then some really dumbass tattoo that I have to get if you guys drum up that much cash. But not on my face, man. Maybe like a dick tat on my wrist or something. If you guys... That would need to be a big number, man. Oh yeah, Rattel, what in the sports gaming space? DraftKings stock it's a fucking joke, dude. Sports
Is it going up still?
No. I bet I bought put options against it when it was at 41, and then it went all the way down to like under 30. Then it kicked back up this week for some reason. I don't know why, but my options don't expire until February. So
I don't know what that means.
it means we have plenty of time for it to continue to go down.
Oh, good.
Paige Van Zant's boyfriend's neck tattoo. I know, Alex, you hooked me up with that background. If I didn't like making different backgrounds for everyone, I would use it all the time.
Someone please send him a background that he can use so that he doesn't have to sit here for hours and just tinker around.
Oh, dude, let me
Please.
wait till you guys see like the 3D graphic intro that I made today. It's like it looks like Miramax made it. What? Miramax? I don't know. Oh, you sold your company to Bovada? Bovada's who I bet with. What was the company in? Or like what did it do? Bovada's solid, man. That's where I bet. Speaking of which, I bet on Gastelum. Oh, dude. Okay, yeah, I know the documentary that was supposed to be the first of an entire series, and then Esquire Network that was doing it doesn't exist anymore. PVZ is Paige Van Zant. I do know how to edit, yes. I choose to do it relatively light. But
after years of over editing everything.
After years of yeah. But yeah, I created an intro that's like it's sick. You gotta see.
That one, there's no water. You have to go get water. That one's fine.
Does the Philly shell work in MMA? I saw Bobby Green use it in. Wait, what? Does the Philly shell work in MMA? Oh, the Philly shell work in MMA. I saw Dustin Green got dropped, but I don't know. I don't even know what a Philly shell. Oh, Philly shell. Yeah.
Scranton, Pennsylvania. The Office. All I just Dunder Mifflin every time.
What does Gabrielle think of Mix Molly? His voice bugs her. Because I have him on all the fucking
You
time.
guys do not want to be in our house. The audio around here is just...
How, like, in all honesty, though, how often do I have Mix Molly's shit on?
A lot. And if you're not listening to him, you're texting him.
That's true.
No, he's a smart dude.
Incredibly well researched. He got a Nazi tat in this day and age. Wait, who got a Nazi tat?
Yikes.
No.
I don't know how this works, dude.
You just tap it. You just tap it.
Thank you, B Cags. Yeah, I mean that's what we talked about a bunch. Is like Molly and I like look for the same stuff, and then our approach is just diametrically opposite. Like where he does insanely deep research, scripts everything out, edits it all together, and I watch his video, steal from it, and then just talk.
And then just yap at the camera for a while.
Yeah. And just yap. Paige Van Zant's dumbass boyfriend is actually her dumbass husband.
Dang.
He loves that girl, dude. And she loves him. I think she may have, may not have let any other been. Whatever. Ngannou's story is unbelievable. Gabrielle, actually, you should watch that one. The Francis Ngannou story, the newest series.
Okay.
I'm actually featured on one of them, so you should have watched it anyway. God, show no support. No, he's it's
Worst wife.
Yeah, worst wife ever. No, but the Francis Ngannou story, it's about the heavyweight who he had to escape Cameroon. Like it seems made up. Like how the shit this guy went through to get to the UFC.
Yes. Just zip it up, okay? No, don't take those fluffy boots out there.
Wait, Paige, we're talking about Paige Van Zant's husband. The Art of MMA on Instagram, insane posts that could be used as thumbnails. Dude, that is actually really helpful, which I'm gonna go check out right now because that is exactly what I do. I just gaffle people's art. The Art of MMA. Let's see. Art. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Look at this one, dude. Look how sick that is. I would feel guilty stealing this one. It's so good. Damn, I'm gonna make one of these my fucking background. Wait, what's my background now? Oh, my daughter's. Damn. This guy just does these himself? Like, dude, I'm gonna buy one of these from this guy. And like, these are so sick. Look at the GSP one.
What?
This
What
guy.
are these?
They're drawing. They're like paintings.
Oh. That's really good.
Which one do you want? You're like the naked one.
Jesus.
What about? That is a good tip, man. Thank you very much. Which Molly video am I in? Oh, I'm in 3 of them. Like, I'm in the But actually, to be honest, well, like, so I'm like like sponsored content in um the Justin Gaethje one at the end. There's a long clip of me at the end, and then the first Francis Ngannou one. But the first one I was on was the most recent Colby one, where he's doing the where he's going through comments. He's actually reading comments from Patreon and then responding to them. And I commented, this is, you know, before he and I talked all the time, and I commented that I didn't believe that Masvidal and Colby are actually beefing, and I cited a specific interview where I'm like, Colby's in the room with him. Go watch that shit again. And he posted the whole video of the Masvidal interview, and where it is super suspicious that Colby is probably also in the room. Nick someone's art without mentioning the artist. Yeah, I don't mind. Like, usually I just do Google searches. If I took it from this guy, for sure I would do that. How many followers does this dude have? 44,000. Oh, he's in the UK as well. Those guys that are, I mean, the whole thing.
I gotta go send Rashni.
Go what?
They want Rashni back.
What do you mean?
They just texted.
They want Roshni back.
Back to their house. They're here right now.
Oh, their parents. I thought you meant our kids. I'm like,
No.
Only if I'm using it on their channel. Yeah, for sure. I've seen them all. I have telegraphic memory. You mean a photographic memory, I assume. Hang on. They can get your channels. No, you won't get. I don't necessarily. I'm not sure if you get struck, but they can copy. They might be able to copyright it, or maybe they can get you struck. Really? But as long as you mention it, then you can't get a strike. I mean, I would imagine they would fucking warn me first, like, because I just Google like George Masvidal painting, and then I'll snap one up. Remember to sort by commercial reuse on Google. I mean, listen, to be perfectly honest with you guys, like I also am pretty fucking good on Photoshop. I could just do this shit myself, but it's like, again, if I'm gonna knock out fucking content every day, I can't have too much process in it, like where right now, like I could put together a 25-minute video with a total of 40 minutes work, including the 25 minutes it took for me to shoot the film or shoot the video. Because from there it's just kind of like plug this in, export, template, and then search something, plug it into my like I can do it really fast. If I start putting too much shit on it, then it'll make it hard to do them every day. If it's classed as Creative Commons, if not, you'll probably get struck. Well, no, what I'm saying about the Photoshop is like I can take a photo, put it into Photoshop, edit it, filter it up, make it look like a painting or what. There's a million things I could do to it to make it, not someone else's art or whatnot. Dude, I wish I could attach fucking pictures to this chat. Or, you know what? Actually, I want to show you guys this bad enough that I'm going to try to email something to myself. I want to show you guys this new intro. Oh, actually, and I want to show you guys my, like, because I have logo options and see what you, like, which you guys think is the best. Hold on. I need your guys' opinion for real, actually. Hold up. Hold up right quick, yo. Oh. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a handful of logos. Boom. Boom. Sorry, I'll be. Just give me 1 second, you guys. I'm emailing a bunch of these logo options to myself, so that you guys can tell me what you think is the best. And whatever you guys choose is gonna be the fucking logo that I use forever. All right. And let me see if I can attach this intro to. I think this is it. Yeah. All right. After that attaches, I'll do it. The Pornhub one. Yeah. That one was just a template that I just. Wait, hang on. Who were we? Sorry, I was over there getting that together. I can't think of an opponent for him. Who are we talking about? Wait, what?
What happened?
It says. So it's like slowing it down.
Oh. Sandlot.
Sandlot is sick,
So
dude.
good. I had never seen Goonies before Jesse and I met.
What the? All right, is Gaslam fighting soon or what? Because I want to see him knock somebody the fuck out. Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing, Alex. I'm attaching it right now. That's why it's lagging out. There we go.
Where are you sending all that to?
To my phone so I can. Alright. Now. Alright. Logo options. Okay?
Oh dang, it's bad.
What? The stream? Alright. Option number 1 is this one. Option number 2, this one. Dude, what the fuck? Should I attach?
David,
Should I attach to a different?
No, we're back.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Option number 3. Option number 4.
God. He's on option number 37.
Option number 5.
Number 6.
And last one, option number 6.
I
So you guys choose.
I said that. I said number 6.
You
did.
Mommy, is the penguin ears on the iPad?
I don't know, baby.
The purple one is
Huh?
okay, like Barbie.
What, Boo Boo?
She wants to watch Barbie. She knows I don't allow it usually.
Oh. Motherfucker. All right. Intro is
So far, the votes are for 1.
1. Whoop.
You can't see past the light. Tilt it down. No, tilt your phone.
I got it. Yeah, boy. I did that shit.
So proud.
Option 1 looks like a flaming noose. All of them have that same one, dude. It's a fire J, son. Everyone likes 3.
Well, I don't even know what order you did them in. Do you?
Nope. Option 3. Oh, 3 is number 3 is the totally different
the most
one.
differentest one.
Oh, look at that.
Dang.
Oh, it's freeze every time.
Oh.
Or number 4 is that one. He sees voter fraud. Yeah, let me see some IDs.
It's mail-in ballot. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, all right. Fuck, dude. That was pretty
Bless
goddamn
you.
unanimous.
Bless you.
Why did I spend so much time dicking around with the other one then? Jeez. Make the black part behind the J into an octagon shape. That is really fucking smart.
This is why you crowdsource.
Yeah. You would think that I would have thought of that on my own, given the most obvious thing ever.
Why don't I allow Barbie instead of UFC?
That is an excellent question.
That is a great question.
Yeah. Why no Barbie while people are breaking each other's
UFC's
faces?
UFC's real life. It's guys who have like worked their tails off to be masters of their craft.
I like this answer.
It's real. Barbie is. I mean, there's a lot to it. That show's horrible for any parents out there who, I don't know if any of y'all are dads, but Barbie is literally the worst thing you could ever put in front of a little girl. Not because it's not amazing and she's pretty and stuff, but the show, like the actual show on Netflix, it's just brain rotting.
Dude, you don't need to qualify it with these guys.
Yeah, I mean,
We're not trying to raise.
Just
Think about this. We're gonna have 3 daughters that look like her when they're teenagers. Okay, do we want to raise a bunch of little like Instagram gutter whores, or do we want them to grow up classy like their mommy? What do you think Barbie's gonna teach them? It's like, oh my god, I need a nice car, and then I can show my vagina on Instagram.
Oh god, no, the show is just horrible.
Wait, what happened?
Somehow we're watching NASCAR.
Yeah, why is this? What? What the?
Don't know.
Oh, you guys are watching Gaslamp. How do we get sent
We
to?
lost it.
Why am I watching race car driving? How are you guys looking at Kelvin Gastelum?
It's not ESPN.
That was weird. All right, let's go. Barbie does do porn, not MMA. That's correct. Barbie is not like not
Barbie's
a slut.
A bimbo.
She's
a bimbo.
No, she's a materialistic. Her goal is to, look pretty.
Aw, yay for girl dads. Gutter whore is a great term. We hear it a lot around here.
That is not a term that I'm I don't hold that one tight to the chest. That comes out a lot.
This is a plug for Pellegrino.
With us, with us as parents, they are set for life. I agree.
Oh, thanks.
You know, they say that your daughters marry their dad. That'll work fine. I will like myself. If they find,
we know that you like yourself.
Like if they find a younger version of me, I'll be like, all right, good for you. Predictions on the Till fight, tough.
Oh, you had the race car stream too. Okay, so we didn't do it wrong. That's the delay on this? Damn.
No, this is what I mean, dude. Watch how far back.
It's right
I know.
here.
Watch this.
I have it right here.
Predictions on the Till fight, tough. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Oops.
That's the delay on this? Damn.
Yeah, that is not as bad as I thought it was. No, this is. I mean, it's interesting.
Well, this one's way back here.
Wait, where?
We're in California. Whoever asked.
Oh yeah,
Just
that
now
is
saying that?
yeah. So it's 30 seconds back. Chael is sick though. Like dude, honestly, the entire reason that this channel exists is because of Chael's channel, because he started doing the fan questions, and so I sent him in, and he put a couple of mine on, and I found myself like literally recording like 4 a day, and then the only reason that I was not doing more is because I was like, okay, I don't want him to think I'm completely fucking crazy. You know? And then I was like, yeah, maybe I should just do this on my own channel. Man, Hermit, can't pick Till versus. I know it's super hard. You know what is really crazy is like when a guy who's really, really good gets on a losing streak. That's when you really see how strong the talent in UFC is, because you know, you look at like a guy who's coming off 2 losses and you're like, okay, who do we give him to? Like, or like, who do we put in front of him? There are no easy fights. Like, there are no easy fights. Whitaker through Murderer's Row. That is a Mixed Molly video. Excellent work. Weakening our countries to no end. So many people living here who hate the culture. Dude, I'll link a video that I watched today that this kid who lived in the Eastern Bloc did, and is like from things his parents had told him, and it was so good. Terrifying, but good.
Where? What?
It's like a real, he's like, I don't know why these people are supporting Marxism, because this is what it's actually like, because
Wait, where is he though?
Oh, he's American now, but like his family's from there.
Where?
Eastern Europe.
Oh.
During Soviet Union. Let me find it.
That's like my friend's parents who are from Vietnam.
There it is. This one. Yeah, dude. Anyone actually from those areas is like, how can you guys be entertaining the idea that this is like, that we're gonna do this again? Here it is.
I can't reach your back.
Didn't realize how much JH put on Jacare. Like, he battered him. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's super dangerous for Gastelum, but like again, who are you gonna give him? You think Davis is gonna win? I mean, oh, do we have way too much shit streaming? That's what's going on.
We have 9,000 devices streaming right now.
Is anyone in there watching?
Giselle.
Because look, this is like.
I know. Well, this one, George is on an iPad. My phone's off now, though.
Calvin with a flair of 14th century samurai. Come on. Marxism and socialism is, I mean, right now they're just killing their own countries, but like they are actively trying to invade us. Been for, yep, yep. Dude, the whole thing about social is like everybody focuses on, you know, oh well, like people are eating dogs and people are. That's not even the thing that scares the shit out of me. It's that all of a sudden someone's like, oh, by the way, now your job is you're a fucking you're an elevator repairman, and you're like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, that's what you're doing now. That's your job. That's what you need to do, and you just have no ability to choose your life. It's like it sounds like hell on earth. I would be a shit elevator repairman.
And you have to have at least 3.
Your cousin's a Marxist? How old is he?
You and I can't be on the same floor. Because it needs 3 people. And we have only 3 people in the house that can read. So we have to be on 317.
Damn, Kelvin does look like a samurai haired. Gee,
Huh?
he looks like he's in great shape, actually, for him. What's up? What's wrong, Mama?
Nothing. Go to the bathroom.
Oh. Let's go, Kelvin. All right.
I'll hold up a part one.
Kelvin Gastelum, Jack Hermanson. Let's go. They're both the favorite somehow.
Here, Giselle. Did you run with them? No. Did you run with them?
Hey, Giselle, can you go turn that TV off, please?
Did you go turn off that TV in the play?
Hurry, hurry. All right, let me see what this, see something here.
No, I'm.
Let's go.
Now you can.
I asked you not to open it tonight. There's too many small pieces.
So you said we could play tonight. You just said.
No, I didn't say we could play tonight at all, ever.
You just said we could play tonight.
Come on, baby.
I didn't say tonight. We can't play tonight.
That is so, like, how Gastelum could be ranked 7 is so crazy. Get him. Get him. Oh, he wants that overhand left so bad. Nice. Oh, wow. That was an awesome reversal. That's next level wrestling right there. So Kelvin on top is yeah, get out. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. He fucking tapped into a heel hook. Jesus, man. This poor fucking guy. A fucking first round heel hook? Really? Look at this reversal, though. Oh, no, it's a knee bar. Oh no, he'll. God damn, man. Hermanson tapped him with a heel hook. God, nothing sells pay-per-views like a guy who's awesome at heel hooks, huh? Whoa, these guys must be way behind.
What?
They must be way behind. Oh, thank you, David, very much.
Oh, thank you.
That's a tough loss, man. That is a tough loss. Is that Mandy?
Yes.
Where is she? Where are they?
Alaska. They're in Anchorage. So jealous.
Where? Who has her kids?
Their
Of course. The old.
dad. Divorced.
Yeah.
The old leave your kids with your dad thing.
Yep.
Nailed it, Giselle. Sorry.
Sounds like Pancrase is making a comeback, right? Like all of a sudden, you know, there's a whole era where when guys would attack the legs, it was like a joke. Like no one ever got finished. No one ever got finished with a leg lock or heel hook, any of that shit.
Thank you, Sean. I have so many messages. I can't.
That was sloppy by Gastelum. He just tried to step out of it, and then even when he fell, he should have put his other leg on Hermansson's and then pushed against it and tried to yank. But it was actually kind of weird that he didn't do that. I think he might have tried to step out of it, and when he fell, I think that he might have been able to actually feel how well Hermansson had it in, and he his brain short circuited.
Closet thing.
I'm sorry, what?
Because I'm not letting me play a game.
It was like he was trying. It's like he tried one escape, which is just try to pull his leg out, and then he realized he was caught, and then
No, that's not what I'm doing.
you know.
I'm not doing that.
Doing what? Get your hand out of your mouth. Like,
Mom, you're not gonna be banging with them.
what is she trying to get?
Mickey Mouse. No, I'm not.
Dude, this is crazy. So
Sorry if you guys
so
hear
we
children
are,
arguing.
so we're just seeing their stuff. So we saw this forever ago,
Yeah.
and then they're like, wow, Jesse and them are way behind when their chats to us are super fucking behind. Where I'm like, damn, they haven't even seen the end of the
The
fight
lag
yet.
is real.
Well, it's like it's on both sides.
Yeah. Jen, you can play with them. Just be on carpet and don't bang.
Kelvin went out like that because he got out of it with that. the first time he just stepped out of it, and then the second time he's like, oh, of course, this will work every time.
Carpet. Carpet.
Kelvin didn't eat his carne asada. Immediate rematch. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin Foot Penis is a boss. He's on all the time.
I can't.
No, isn't that good? Dude, once I have 1 million subs, I'll never forget fucking Foot Penis or Moonshine or Freeze
Oh my god, it's so good. Thank you. Have a good day at work.
or JC or B Cags or Justin M or Hammer of Crom.
All out.
Hammer of Crom knows his shit. He cited that former Soviet KGB interview yesterday, unprompted.
Oh, the one that we watched?
The one whose name I actually don't know, but
Oh, there you are. That was our 8-year-old. Almost 8-year-old.
who almost ate shit.
She literally does that to my computer 5 times a day.
Really?
Yes.
Mommy,
What are you doing?
My cat goes melted.
I know. I love Gaslam too, man. And he's just like,
No, it's just gonna live its life. It's just a candle.
fuck, man. It's like when
Existing in the world. It's fine.
you get like when these guys get on a streak, it's such a mental game, man.
Georgie, you need to go night-night?
Yep, Besmanoff. Exactly.
No. No, I'm not getting a hammer right
That
now.
interview, if you're a smart person and watch it and it doesn't like wig you out, then you're an idiot. You know?
We will do it tomorrow. Today is a day of relaxing now. Really? Just some casual nose spray?
Just some nose spray. That's that Sinex, yo. Ugh.
They should be paying you that and Pellegrino.
There's cocaine in it. Just kidding.
Mama.
Put this with it, please.
Democrats in California, yeah. So, yeah. Gavin,
California's lost its ever-living mind.
yeah, like California government is like Twitter.
Nice living room. They just let the camera spin.
Oh, yeah.
It's living our best life. There's our casual ring light in the living room.
Our living room is going to be a lot bigger when we move to fucking Arizona.
Anyone live in Arizona? Anyone watching?
You do, and I didn't even do a good job, and I just didn't want to do it again because Gabrielle
Gotta
broke my
have
balls.
them sinuses clear.
It's true. This shit is the most addicting, like, nonsense ever. It's like once you use it,
Oh, God.
it's like sucks.
It's bad, you guys. I can't even tell you the thousands of dollars that get spent on Sinex every
Thousands of
year.
dollars.
Thousands of dollars.
That's
thousands.
inaccurate.
Between the ones that you lose and how many you go through,
It's probably like, on average, $15 a month.
that's a lot of fucking money on nose spray.
I know. I'll shoplift it sometimes because it just pisses me off that I have to buy it.
Yes. Thank you, Hammer of Chrome. We gotta get out of here. Why Arizona? Because we have family in California, and Arizona is
Close.
close.
And
And I grew up in Palm Springs, so I do deserts well. He likes it.
I like
Gotta get that dry heat.
culturally.
And you want to hear like conspiracies because Jesse's real life fantasy
Not
is
fantasy.
to experience the Phoenix Lights.
No. If someone gave me a fucking time machine and they're like, you can go back to any day in the history of the world, I would go back to the night in Phoenix when the Phoenix Lights incident happened. For sure. I mean, I'm fucking 100% sure that's what I would do.
And thanks for the clock compliment. I love that thing.
California used to be redder than Texas. I don't know about that.
Maybe like way back
Yeah.
in the day, like gold rush time.
Yeah, not anytime recently. Every once in a while, we'll have a Republican governor.
We had the governor. He doesn't count.
Yeah.
He was just Arnold.
They're concerned
Or he
about
was.
leprosy might be found in some California schools.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, California is. It's not even like. It's just. Oh, duh. She's cooler. But like California, it's not even like it just. You just look at like the people that are running the government and the shit they say and the policies they put in. And you're like, what the fuck, man?
It's crazy.
Did you watch
We just
the?
found out our kids aren't going back to school too. We're starting with distance learning.
Hammer of Crom. Do you want the best fucking YouTube channel on YouTube? Except like it's
The one.
Mixed Molly and this one. I mean, they're the only two. I mean, the best fucking YouTube channels on YouTube.
That's a good idea that Alex had. Water it down. That's a really good
no,
idea.
because I just do it when the nose clogs up. It would just make the nose clog up faster.
I don't know. Put
No.
some saline. No, not water. Saline. That's a good idea. I'm gonna make him do that. Thank you. You're talking about your favorite YouTube channel.
Mouthy Buddha.
Other favorite.
I mean,
besides Mixed
dude,
Molly.
if you like the like, I mean, because he did a Bob Lazar one. He does tons of UFO shit, but
They're really good. They're so
they're
well produced.
so fucking
They're
good.
incredible. Like really incredible.
I'll give you the Bob Lazar one to start though, where he dives in on whether or not he believes Bob Lazar, and tells both sides. I'll send you the link right now. It's, I mean, literally, like I can't recommend a channel more heavily than I do this one. It'd be like if someone was like, I'm a fanatical MMA fan. I'm like, hey, have you ever heard of Mixed Molly? And they're like, no. Like, this is exactly the same. Oh, you're subbed to Mouthy Buddha? All right, so you know. Yep. Mouthy Buddha is the fucking man, dude. Yeah, dude, Mouthy Buddha is the fucking best, dude. You know what's scary? I have not heard from him since he released the Pedogate #2, man. Dude, Mouthy Buddha is as good as it gets, man. And but ever since he did the second part of Pedogate, where he was getting all those like death threats and shit, he just like disappeared. Like I mean, hopefully, he's just working on it or whatever. But
Why can we not play it?
Because.
dude,
we're
this
busy.
guy.
After
Oh, in Ireland. What's up, Will? Thank you,
Oh,
man.
3 a.m.
After Dad's done with his call.
No, we're probably not gonna play tonight.
Mixed Molly's the
Why
shit,
don't you
son.
go
That's
build
why.
with Jen?
You know why? Because I steal his research, and I think that, dude, I think he's equally insightful with people, but then he actually goes out and does all the research work. So if I'm going to steal all his shit, I'm at least going to say that he's the best YouTube guy every time I talk about him. What? Oh.
She really wants to play Clue.
I'm rooting for Benavidez
Don't have
only
anything
because I know how bad he wants to win. Dude, he went hard on the Pedogate vids. And, wait, hang on. So, funny how Bob Lazar was on Rogan mentioning the Tic Tac craft. Then we get the Tic Tac. Yeah, well, there's all kinds of other stuff like. Dude, Joe Rogan. So, I always thought Rogan was super up to, like, on top of all the UFO shit. He had yesterday had the dude on who broke the Bob Lazar story initially. What's his name? The reporter that broke the story. And George Knapp. It was on Joe Rogan yesterday. And I was listening to it, and Joe Rogan, like, they mentioned the incidents at the ICBM bases where UFOs would come and shut down our nuclear weapons. And Joe Rogan's like, he's like, wait, are these are like verified incidents? And he didn't know anything about the nuclear weapons incidents. I was like, what? Like, that's like, it's like, I could tell you all the stuff that's complete bullshit and all the stuff that's real, and the shit about the nukes is real for sure. Just because for every one of the incidents, there's like fucking 50 like top level military witnesses that have all come out publicly about it.
What are we talking about now?
UFO shutting down nuclear weapons.
Oh, yeah. My mom has some crazy stories.
Yeah, I was watching the George Knapp one yesterday, but like have you watched the documentary UFOs and Nukes? Like this, I actually think it's specifically called that, and it's based on the book that whatever his name is, but like UFOs and Nukes, that whole entire thing is like, people are like, oh, when's the military going to when are they going to declassify this stuff? It's like, oh, you mean aside from the like 300 like people who guard our most high-end weapons, who have all publicly told the exact same story at fucking 6 different bases over 30 or 40 years? Hold on, I'll send this to you guys real quick.
What are you sending now?
The UFOs and Nukes documentary.
Right there.
No, that's not it. YouTube fucking trying to bury it, yo.
Probably.
That's not it. This is crazy because I like. It used to be. Oh, Robert Hastings. That's what it is. Come on. Let's go, Benavides.
She's just enrolled 2 people right now. That girl is on fire.
Really?
Yeah. She's running for diamond this month. Like 40K in volume.
40K in volume.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
I know.
Mama,
Yeah, bunny.
let's check.
And how many
I have
how many
no
months
idea.
has she been doing it for?
Well, she started using it a year ago, but she, like, when COVID hit, she, like, couldn't do hair. So she's like, oh, fuck it, I'll sell coffee. And, it's crazy.
I can find this fucking documentary this way, actually. No. What? No, Giselle.
Just turn it down.
No. It's the stream.
It's chess.
All of a sudden, the stream's not
We have the
working.
weirdest family. You're sitting over here talking about, like,
I'm trying to
MMA
find-
and UFOs. Georgia's watching Barbie, which I hate. This one's playing chess, and that one's playing Lincoln Logs.
No, I'm not.
What are you watching? Not Barbie? What is it?
You watch a show that we never seen.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
Here it is.
You're the
Damn, that
problem
got-
with the
there it
internet.
is.
It's not her.
That got 1 million views in one day. Joe Rogan's nap one. All right, now I got it here.
You can't just copy from your phone and paste to your computer.
I don't think so.
I figure that out. I use that all the time.
All right, here you go. This is the UFOs and nukes doc. The Blackbird and the B-2 stealth bomber are not fucking UFO technology, dude. I like the Bob Lazard documentary on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And the pedophile like rings, that's not even that complicated of a thing to figure out. It's like it's the human condition where you never appreciate the things that you're born with, and like, you know, think about like people. I mean, this actually genuinely does not happen for me, but like when people are watching porn constantly and they have to like keep escalating what they watch, like that's I honestly think like these like elites have just been doing that in real life till they get to this, you know, till they get to that, and then they're drinking baby blood.
You blocking him?
Tell us where it started.
I definitely don't. I definitely think the rich and powerful will get together and plot to scheme and control the world. Like, the thing is I always believe it's the banking families. You know, when you have the same family that owns the central banks in all these different countries, to believe that they're not pulling strings is silly. I just want to be on their side. Like, I want them to just, you'd be like, here, Jesse, do this, and
If I get a pawn to the other.
you can be one of us.
Gotcha.
If you go to the hardcore space science corner of YouTube, they act as if the Nazi never happened. I know. It's bizarre, man.
I know, but I took.
All right, let's go. This guy Benavidez in the black has had like a bunch of chances and he always loses at the last. If he wins this, he's gonna literally be so stoked. He wants to win so bad. But in the last fight, they clashed
Kind
heads.
of weird. Whatever that is.
What, his hair?
No, when you what's the just keeping your hands up? This is a weird stance. I don't know.
Well, they call it's the Matrix because you're mirroring the other guy's hands.
No, his is like weird.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he did not look like he was gonna win anything.
Well, yeah. He's a little guy, man. He's got a lot of.
He's a little guy. He's
got-
just weird. He looks like Caper. He's like spazzy.
He is. Oh.
He's Mr. Keeper.
Oh. Oh, that's
I
it.
have a knight and a queen and a
Nope.
crown protecting
Oh, thanks, baby. We'll close it in a second. Thank you.
Got it. Atta boy.
Look at what I have. Look at what I have got in my pants. That.
Good. You want to go at the
Atta boy.
No. The whole point is to checkmate the king.
Right. But your queen.
He's got both hooks in.
No, king is.
Your queen can do anything she wants. So you want to protect her too.
Oh yeah. I have a
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh wow. How the hell did he do that?
The other guy's just not very good. No offense.
No, he's really good. Wait. Oh, who?
The black shorts guy.
Oh, he just got caught.
That light's gonna make me nuts. Hang on, I gotta go close some blinds. Get your nails out of your mouth.
What a tough bastard.
I like to be able to see myself.
Oh man. Come on, baby. Come on.
Huh? You're right here.
Ooh.
Your eyeball. What do you want, baby?
This guy Figueredo is finally like the 125-pound champion that's actually going to make this exciting. So guys, I'm going to say this right now. If assuming that Figueredo does end up winning this fight and by finish, this is going to be the first time where the 125-pound like division actually gets some heat behind it because this guy is a fucking killing machine. Oh!
How about like this? No. No, you can't have Bob's on the couch. Because if you have Bob's, we'll go night-night. Go night-night. No.
Relax just a little bit. Like Benavidez is so stiff that he can't get
Black
enough
shorts guy?
black shorts. He can't get any pop. Like it's like if you're stiff the whole way through, you can hit so much harder if you relax and then stiffen up. It's like relax.
Like a whip, you mean?
Exactly.
Daddy's on your hair? Oh, Daddy is on your hair.
This Figueredo guy is a fucking killing machine. Oh! Look at how good this guy
Mama's
is.
on camera all the time, just not with y'all. Yeah.
Oh my god, look at how contorted he has him.
Told you, he didn't stand a friggin' chance.
Wow. Wow! That guy is an animal, dude.
What?
Wow. My fight clock is Benavidez is unconscious.
Thank you, BH.
Damn, dude. Dude, I want to see Triple C come back down to 125 and fight this dude.
Ready to go to bed?
Gabrielle, do you want to see Triple C go down to 125?
Huh?
You want to go down to want to see Triple C fight this guy at 125? Damn, dude, that
Which
is
one?
the guy in yellow,
shorts?
yeah.
What's you are now 145?
No, this guy's 125. And then Triple C was the champ at 125 and 135, and then he retired. But man, this guy is a fucking savage, man. Look at how contorted he has him. Damn. All right. Well, that is it for us, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be around. I have multiple videos on deck that I'm working on right now that'll go up tomorrow. Peace.
Night, guys.
Gotta make sure that they see it.
Isn't it still recording right now?
Yeah, but I still gotta make sure that, like, you know, I don't want to just like clip it.
This one's so tight.